Core team, welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn on PS5. It is year 6, it is day 12. How are we doing? Well, we're doing okay, we're not doing too bad. We've been battling some blight, so we've had a few issues with supplies and various other bits and pieces. So we're running a little bit low on food, but we do have stuff planted and we do have stuff ready to harvest, or well, getting ready to harvest. If we can manage to harvest it. There's also plenty of this stuff kicking around, so I'm not super bothered about that. In terms of any other further progress and anything like that, I made a bit of a miscalculation with the amount of fuel. We are one fuel short. Don't. Um, well, we'll need to wait. We'll need to wait for a trade ship to come in, and we'll buy some. We've got 63k, so we'll buy some. Which, you know, to these people is still nothing. They're still complaining that they're poor. So that's that. We've got our defensive situation all set up, which is great. Haven't had to use it yet this year. We did have a flying alien attack, but we went and hid in the trees over here, which is great because they're absolutely rubbish. That's the best way to deal with the flying aliens, is go and hide under the trees. So that worked out pretty well. We spent a bit of time and effort with crafting things. We got a new pistol. We got a laser pike. So she's got a laser pike, which is awesome. We also sent someone out on a mission, Krista out on a mission, and she came back with a sniper rifle, which is great. So I've given him the sniper rifle. So we've got a mix of a laser pistol, a sniper rifle, and a pulse rifle, which I think is a good combination between the three of them. Because you've got the pulse rifle to stun, the sniper rifle very effective at long range and a pretty good shot, and the laser pistol, which is what do you call it, high rate of fire. In terms of all of the other things, we got another battery built, which is great, and it's fully charged. The two wind turbines have just broken, sadly. We've got another wind turbine built, which is great. So we've got another power pole built. So I'm trying to work on getting the power all around, and then look to the automated defenses. So we're getting there. I mean, by gum it's slow, but we're getting there. So we are slowly progressing along. Again, Emelin's the real legend here. I had her crafting some trade goods. So we've got 60 trade goods in stock, so we can sell that. But you can see she's probably about to have a meltdown. I should probably send her to bed. Go to bed. Is this on? Is it on? I mean, I suppose that's great if it is on. No, it's not on. Which is fine. I'll worry about filling up the place with air conditioners at a later date when we've got a little bit more electronics. Oh, Zander passed out. So yeah, and while we've got all the stuff for the carpet, I can't get them to finish it just yet. Real funny, when you select it, it only lets you do 5 at a time. I don't know why, and it picks like a random 5. It'll be this one. It'll be like these 3 over here and that one. You'll be like, what? What the? You know, it's not the immediate ones around here. You can't just say, do it all. No, you can't do that. Bit strange, bit weird, bit odd. So there you go. So as you can see across the top, we've got a raft of supplies of stuff of everything. We've got some mushrooms. We have mushrooms. We haven't made any more mushroom tea. We've got some electronic CPU cores. We're out of power cells, so we can't be doing any more weapons till this slot grows up. We lost a whole load to the blight, which apparently affects these things as well. They take ages. I did say they take ages to grow. So we've lost some. I'm trying to keep an eye on it very, very closely, because they do take like a year to grow, and that's a bit of a nuisance. Because we'll need those if we want to construct power cells for any of the more advanced weaponry side of things. I talked about the food side of things. We've crafted up some first aid kits, which is great. That's why we've got no bandages, because I went into the first aid kits, which is okay. I'm prepared to live with that. 18 first aid kits, that's not too bad. That should cover us in most eventualities, I hope, and 35 antibiotics, which is great. We've been working our way through the antibiotics, honestly. We used to have 50. I need this stuff to grow up, and we need to get more of it just in casey, but there you go. we've got a kind of a variety of apparel of bits and pieces and stuff and things, and we've got a variety of weapons, and this is all miscellaneous nonsense we haven't got around to. We've got 80 trade goods, and we've currently got 63.3 thousand galactic coins. So I did say I felt a little bit more positive, and I still feel kind of positive. Um, it's a case of managing some people. Managing Emelin actually is probably the biggest thing, and Zander and Krista, yeah, I mean they're pretty slow, and I haven't had the opportunity to get them to go any faster. That's as slow as they go after having been struck by lightning. So I mean, I guess maybe one of the lessons out of this is don't get people struck by lightning. These things, they don't actually cost that much to build, and if you connect them, you see it's got the green circle, and that's got a green circle, and I've got one over here with a green circle, and this is the area of influence. So, and that's why we also have this one out here with the green circle, and we have one over here now, green circle, and this one down there. So when there is a thunderstorm, keeping them in and around this area means that they don't get struck by lightning. Pardon me. Because this neural damage is terminal. It really is. There's no coming back for it. You can't fix it. There's no drugs, there's no medication, there's no anything. I mean, the mushroom tea, I don't know. We'll get Emelin in to make some more at some point, I guess. They're not going to go off. We've got plenty of juice in the system, so they're in there. But yeah, I mean, my main concern at the minute is we're down to 80 pickled vegetables, which is quite crazy. Can you harvest the buttermelon field? Well, it's not really the field, but I'll certainly let you harvest it. I need to get them to chop down some more of this stuff because, yeah, like I said, run out of food. That blight, such a significant pain, it really is. I think I might just do this with the standard harvest. We'll come out and we'll see what's in there. Harvest all of that, whatever that is, and we'll see how it goes. I clicked that too quickly. What was that rotted away? Sanders have meltdown. No big surprise. Right. So where is she with the crafting? 180 trade goods in stock, and she's still going absolutely bananas, which is great. 12 more would get us. Are they having a fight? No, she's now having. Everybody's going nuts because I'm micromanaging people again. Stop wrecking the place, you crazy lunatic. 200. Do I need any more of these? I mean, she rustles them up pretty quickly, and what we need is her to go off and do something else. Although I don't think we need any more first aid kits. We will need some more cloth, and we may need some more bandages, and we may need some more harvesting tools. But it takes an awful lot of stuff to make harvesting tools, to be fair. Currently not worried about weapons because we're making them electronically. And I think clothes is okay for a wee while. So we probably need Emelin harvesting just because she's so dang fast. I don't think... Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll put Emelin on harvest 1, and I'll put her up to craft and assemble 2, and then let her go and deal with that. And she's incredibly quick, and she'll get it all harvested, which is fabulous. And once that's all harvested, well, we can get back to normality. Yes. So yeah, so we're still relying very heavily on Emelin. If anything happens to Emelin, we're toast because Krista and Zander can't cut it. I just count 72, 72, and they're all out there. 72. Do you want to stay for that? You probably do, don't you? Oh, and the solar flares are out. 72. I don't think we have anything, but what we do have is we have one of those, and we definitely have one of those. And she's so slow, we better get her over here quick. And he's not exactly brilliant either, so we better get him over there quick. And then she's already sorted, so we'll get her over there quick. And yeah, there we go. Look at that, 72. I mean, I know they're the small ones, but sheer weight of numbers is a pain in the butt. So I'll keep you in for this, see how we go. They're bound to cause some damage, I should imagine. 72. Zander. Let's see if we can get a clear shot past that big thing. Yeah, he can. Look at that. Oh my word. We're gonna trash my flamethrower. There you go. It's a bit of a nuisance. Someone shoot that? Thank you. There you go. So 72, eh? I mean, I dread to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If I put this to butcher and say, can someone please butcher all those things? What's Xander's activity for hunt like? Well, let's have it at 1. Cut 1, deliver 1. Cut. Well, we'll put cut at 2 for now. We've got handle 1, deliver 1, hunt 1. Yeah, okay, that'll do. That'll do. Let's see if we can get some more insect meat, because to get some more insect meat, we'll possibly brew up some more fuel, eh lad? So, there you go. Anyway, we're off and away, so we'll see how we carry on. And I shall see you day 24. See you soon. Gura team, welcome back, day 24. We roll inexorably forward, as you might say. Moving forward a bit, I suppose. We're out of fuel again. There's an unfortunate RNG, I guess, that happens during expeditions, which is an attack, and it wastes your expedition. Basically, you have to fight it off or run, and regardless of whether you win or lose, you don't get to finish your expedition and you come home, which basically wastes your fuel. So I was down to my last fuel. We'd bought some fuel from passing battleship, and I was down to my last fuel, and I was like, Zander, go get some more fuel from that fuel depot thing. And I got hit with that, and then he came back, so I don't have any fuel. So I'm back to having no fuel. We did have fuel, now we don't have fuel. So I can't finish construction of this flamethrower because we are 1 fuel short. Still. Which is dreadfully annoying. And I could maybe deconstruct this thing, which has fuel in it, but that would just be a pain because I've already built it and I'm almost close to getting it to running, or the condition of running. So anyway, so that's that. So we sold some stuff, we bought some stuff, we made a slight profit on the deal, but nothing exactly strange, startling, or magnificent. We've gathered in our harvests, largely thanks to Emelin, who is now busy crafting away, tailoring away, I should say, and that's something that usually keeps her happy. She's not happy at the minute. I don't know why she's not happy at the minute, but she's getting more and more unhappy. Maybe I should get her to go and sleep. We've also added in where the ramps are going to go for these plinths. So obviously, as I've discussed to you before, the purpose of these plinths is twofold. We'll set up spotlights and weaponry on here, and also it allows the people to go and stand somewhere. They're not quite safe from attack, but they're an awful lot better off up here than they are down there. And if they're supported by weaponry, then it should be an absolute no-brainer, and it isn't really a drama to deal with any attacks that come along. So we've started work on considering where those steps are going to be. The point being that I have finished the electricity around the building. So we now have electricity all the way around the building. We now have the lightning rods. We could, in theory, run power poles out to all the lightning rods, which would be a very good idea, so that whenever we got lightning, we could power up the battery bank. The battery bank at the minute is now obviously 2, which is great because they are full. So that means I'm starting to consider building the automated defenses. We have also managed to harvest 1 field of energy crystals. This field went down to the blight, and we had to take that out, but this field ended up being okay. And we're now in a situation where we can look to craft power cells, which is fabulous. But it turns out what you need more of is CPU cores for the automated turrets. So you need a CPU core and 50 for either a machine gun turret or a laser turret. I'm not bothered about the missile launcher turrets, as you may have seen from the first series. They're okay, but they're slow and sketchy and a bunch of other bits and pieces. The lasers are pretty good, but they do use a lot of juice, and the machine guns are also fine. So I'll probably actually opt for, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 plinths. So I'll probably balance it out with like a laser machine gun, laser machine gun, laser machine gun, laser machine gun, and try and put in enough spotlights on these things to ensure that we have enough spotlight coverage to maintain that. That is years away. That's not something that's going to happen this year. If we're lucky, maybe we'll build 1. But the other thing is, I've got the research down here. We're still doing these stimulants, but obviously the next thing is sensor devices, because the sensor devices are critical. Any of the weaponry draws juice unless it's in use, and the sensor devices draw next to no juice whatsoever. So if you put up the sensor devices, that's great. You can create the circuits that are attached to the sensors, and it means you only actually use the juice when the things are actually required, which is fabulous. We can then ensure that we have enough juice in the system to keep these things working, which is grand. That's part of what this is all about, and we can sort all that out. Resource wise, well, we're coming along. Like I say, we've got some cloth and fabric, but we're running it out. The hay, we're waiting on the harvests coming in for the hay, which it's about time for it to be harvested, to be honest. So I should probably get Emelin to do that, because she's the most eminently capable, and I could get her to cut all that. I could potentially get her to do it as well. There's 9 there that are ready to go, so not quite. Is that right? So not all of them are ready to go. We'll leave Emelin to do it because she's so much faster. Again, I've been juggling Krista and Zander, but honestly, they are just tediously slow. They're just about sort of helping Emelin essentially. So yeah, no sign of any rescue ease yet, but I mean, I guess the issue is, even if there was, we don't have fuel to go get them, and I don't trust either of these two. I could probably hunt. We just don't seem to ever get enough insect meat to make fuel, and we've got enough money. It's probably just as easy to wait until another ship comes through and buy some more fuel. We haven't finished constructing the floor yet, which is, you know, it is what it is. I should probably get Chris to do that. There's not a lot left to do. If I could at least get her to do that, that would be a little bit of a task. We've got plenty of antibiotics. We've got 63. We sell antibiotics, so they're actually a moneymaker for us. We've now come up with the pickled vegetables, so we're now doing pretty good. The freezer's not looking too bad, honestly. It's got quite a lot of things in it. because we're coming up to the dry season soon. The dry season is going to get hot, and it's going to mean that we're not going to be planting anything for a little while. So we can focus on perhaps some indoor activities and bits and pieces. So now that she's doing that, maybe I'll just, why don't you just construct some carpet? So yeah, and then we'll be able to focus on some indoor activities and some indoor things and some indoor this and indoor that. No, I want you to carry on constructing. She does dislike it very much. One of the things that makes her happiest is obviously research. So anyway, that's day 24, and we're moving forward, and we are getting somewhere, albeit, like I said, we're getting there awfully slowly, but we are getting there, and I feel like progress is being made. We've survived, we've weathered a number of attacks, so it's not the end of the world. We seem to be able to weather the attacks. Are you going to build this last one? Oh, thank heavens, look at that, a mini Mindstone. Finally, all the carpeting is laid, just in time for this thing. Oh blimey, this is going to be a challenge. 41 of these things, it's the small ones. Yeah, and we only have one. Where are they? Where the heck are they, actually? Let's just, these things here. They must be, oh, they're quite a ways down. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to, she's wearing her hat. She's not wearing a hat. He could be wearing a hat. Without this flamethrower, it's going to be a bit touchy. But I did add in an awful lot more of the traps. So I have taken the time to add in some more traps. So I'll let you stay for this, and we'll carry on, and we'll see how we go. Watch it away. Why? Because it was sitting out in a field somewhere. Why are you guys not looking at, look at it sitting out in the field? Right. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Where are they? 41 of them. Yeah, the little ones, itty bitty ones. They're just an abundance of numbers. What's Krista got? Krista, I need you a little bit more front and center, my dear. Because that pulse rifle is very good, but it does have limited range. There we go. Don't wreck my flamethrower. Get the ones trying to wreck the flamethrower. Get the ones trying to wreck the flamethrower. Get the ones trying to wreck the flamethrower. Ah! You turkeys. You don't know how to prioritize, do you? You don't know how to prioritize. Great. So now I'm down another flamethrower, which is a real problem if we actually need to fend off a halfway decent attack. Oh, you people. Honestly. Right, okay. I'll deal with the numpties at the Muppet Show, and I'll see you all again in 12 days. Alright, cool again, welcome back. It is day 36. We are well into the dry season. We have Xenoflora Blight aplenty. We've lost an awful lot of energy crystals, to be fair. We have managed to harvest quite a lot of energy crystals. It's got 114 energy crystals. They're not nearly worth as much to a trade ship. I had a look, a trade ship came by. We can't trade now. We did trade with them, but they didn't have fuel. And we still don't have fuel for that. And we still don't have fuel for that. The good news is, we do have 20 fuel. And we can do that. We've just survived an insect attack, and they're just trying to get back on their feet from that. So if we can get another 20 fuel done. It's painfully slow. I think the double arrows has to be. You're well, aren't you? I mean, you're the wellest of everyone, and you're still sleeping. I might point out this is your girlfriend. What was I saying? Oh yes. So if I've had them out killing, we've just had this insect attack. Gonna try and harvest that before it disappears. Unlikely, to be fair. I've had them out killing some of these big ones because they're slow moving. Not a surprise. Antibiotics, we're good. First aid kits, we're good. We could do with more bandages. So I've had them grabbing insects as much as we can. So hopefully, we can have. I think we're short of fresh stuff, but we've got 430 pickled veggies in stock. So I think we're doing okay for right now. I think what I need her to do. Oh, she's having a meltdown. Never mind. We're researching searchlights. We'll research sensors. I put one here to give myself an indication. We've got a CPU core. Put one here for the. This is a laser turret. Now, I've been thinking about this, and I think the problem is, as soon as I make this active, it becomes a target. So I really need to finish the base defenses as much as I can before I activate this thing, I think. Because I think it will just become a target. And that's a risk, I guess. Because they'll just come up and attack it. So I don't know. I want to have a think about that, because they're expensive to build. And I wouldn't want it to be a waste. So I'll have a think about that. Is that battery broken? Oh. When did that happen? Now needs one electronics, and we don't have one electronics. By gum, lad. By gum. I need to craft some electronics. Best do an extra one. Right, come to the top, you lad. About to rot away. Don't let it rot away. I need it. I need that stuff. Why does the insect... Where is this insect meat that it's rotting away? If you left it out in a field? Is it... Where the heck is it? Can we get this stuff? Why does the insect meat rot away so fast? It's in the fridge. In the freezer. And the freezer is on. So... a waiting worker. Yeah, come on, before this rots away. I don't want this to be a. Thank you. Right, so 42. We're 8 short. I've got all this stuff here. I mean, dare I ask you to butcher those things, or are you gonna have a meltdown? Because I honestly, I need it done. I need it done, lad. Need it done, lad. Can I get her to do it? Is she gonna have a meltdown? Krista's pointless. By the time she got there, the world would have ended. Because we need fuel. So where are we with fuel? We don't have this crafting. We don't have spares. Oh, 10 short. Krista is starving because she cannot feed herself. Because she is so ill, she can't get up off her butt and feed herself. Here comes Emelin. Once Emelin brings this insect meat in, is Zander concerned? He's so concerned, he's going straight to bed. Can you feed her, perhaps, before she dies on us? And then possibly, have you considered healing her, seeing as she is your girlfriend? Apparently not. No, I need you. No, I need you. Can you heal her? mean, I don't know what's wrong with her. What's wrong with her? She's got 3 acid burns and an infection and some acid spit. And we never managed to get that healing balm stuff made. I don't think, did we? I had it on my list of things. No, we need 10 dandelion spores, and despite my best efforts to get them to harvest these things, I can't get them to do anything! There's too many things for them to do. Too many things for them to do. Too many things for them, for Emelin to do, I should say. Because Krista and Zander are useless! As I think I've said before. So, well, he's managed to treat it somehow. Oh, and now Emelin's having a meltdown. Everybody has a meltdown because I need them to do stuff. Oh, my days. My absolute flippin' days. Oh well. Krista's up and going apparently. So anyway, these are the continuing dilemmas. It's been particularly hard of late because it seems like we've had an insect attack every 3 or 4 days. And they seem to be the flying ones. I've had them hiding out here, but I don't think the trees are dense enough. I think we need to go somewhere else. We might have to go more over here. There's not, so we might have to go further afield to try and find a safe, or up in here to try and find a safe place from the flying insects. I mean, that's great because they're not troubling our defenses, but they're also problematic, right? So same old status quo. We've come creepingly forward just a very little bit. We've gone backwards quite a lot. It's the dry season, which is tough. Xenoblight everywhere, which is tough because you just can't cut it out fast enough, and then when you do cut it out, you've got nothing, obviously. so that's that. I think we have Krista on plant. We do. She's just not doing anything about it because she's on harvest, also on 1. So harvest seems to take priority for some strange reason. And we've got Emelin trying her darndest to make electronics. There seems to be 6 in stock, is that correct? Can we then repair this? Because that would be an important thing that we need to get done. Is that going to be something that you are going to accomplish, Zander? Or is this like a... Oh yeah, okay. Okay, is it good? It's up and charging. It's great. It's charging. That's awesome. So we haven't finished any of the construction of the ramps. We haven't finished any of the construction of the flamethrowers that got destroyed. We haven't... I mean, I guess we've got food, so I can't complain about that, really. What's this set to? Could I get this on liquid fuel? And could I then get you to just ferment the fuel? And then maybe eventually we'll have enough fuel to go get some more fuel. And then we can do a few more expeditions to get more things. So yes, slow going, but going slow. We've made more trade and we've got 74k. So while I say it is slow going and going slow, we are still going somewhere, albeit very slowly. So it's there, it's going, it's moving along, but slow going. So I'll see you at the end of the year. Right, Cura again, and we're back, and it is New Year's Eve, and well, you moved on a little bit from where we were. We got some fuel, so we got this fueled up, ready to go. We got this fueled up, ready for an expedition. We've got this fueled. I need to get this built and fueled. Ideally, I need to get that built for sure. I wonder if I could. I know you're keen on planting, and that's really laudable, but our defenses are also laudable. I mean, just after you guys left me, if you want to look at it like that, we had a particularly vicious attack. 3 Shrieker broodmothers. Now I don't know if you recall the Shrieker broodmothers, but they can throw acid an awfully long distance, and they really caused havoc. And it was touch and go for Zander for a while, and I had to get Emelin crafting bandages in a hurry while she was actually bleeding to save Xander's life. But she has saved Xander's life, which is very kind of her, and she continues to rustle up first aid kits, which is fabulous. So we now have 21 bandages, we have 5 healing bams, 69 antibiotics, and 2 first aid kits. Because I tell you what, you go through this stuff really fast. really, we got 5 stimulants lying on the ground. Nobody trip over the pills. So whether people are going to take the pills, I have no idea. I think there's 5 pills in there. I think I can tell them. So like her happiness is 16. I think I could say like smoke the stimulants. I thought they were pills. But anyway, I don't want her to do that because she's currently doing something for me important, which is building this wall. And if Zander gets out of bed, the big lazy, I'll get him to build this as well. In fact, I'll just get him out of bed. Get that built, you! Might run a, I was gonna say petrol, fuel, you know what I mean, diesel, whatever the heck it is. Anyway, how happy is she? Let's just check this out, right? Get her to smoke the stimulants. Let's see what happens. Right. Krista's having a meltdown. I should have got her to smoke the stimulants. Is she any happier? Not really. Not really. So I don't know just exactly how stimulating these stimulants are. Well, they certainly don't make you happy. And drugs don't make you happy, do they? We all know that, don't we? Timber rotting away. Where the heck is it? It's left out in a field somewhere, as always. So anyway, only users lose drugs. Right. Well, there we go. Our defenses are back up again, pretty much, albeit. So that's us. Woo, I feel safe. Woo, woo, I feel slightly safe. So we have, realistically speaking, we've added an awful lot more traps to this Maginot line, or whatever the heck this thing is. We've managed to get these things back up and running again. We still haven't got any of that sorted. We've got the lightning coverage for the entire camp, so as long as they stay within camp, they'll be fine. We've got the electricity all around the building, which is fine. We're working on the ramps. We have the hay. It's just a case of actually getting it constructed, which is okay. That's no dramas. We've got some electronic stuff which has been delivered, which is on its way to being repaired. We've got batteries and we've got enough electricity to keep ourselves supplied with things for right now. We've got enough storage space, more than we ever need. We've got a freezer which is coming and going with food, to be fair, but we are just coming out of the lean season, and that's fine. That's what happens during the lean season. You get through your stores. So we've got stuff planted, we've got mushrooms, we've got some bits and pieces planted, we've got silicon. Silicon's actually worth quite a bit when you sell it. How much have we got at the minute? 20. We could really do with some more. We lost a harvest, I think, due to Xenoflora bite, but this goes for 85 per 10, which is pretty good for silicon. The energy crystals only go for like 65 or something, which is something of a surprise because they take forever to grow. So that's good. And I don't think we have a supply of trade goods. Where would they be? Where are trade goods kept? Over there. Oh, we do have a supply of trade goods. We've got 120. So, if we get something coming along, we might be able to. What's she doing now? She's making cloth for me. Then it's back to the trade goods. We need to get some more harvesting tools, but we need an awful lot more of this stuff, metal alloys. And I should point out, we lost all our money, and we're back to 74,000. By the way, everybody, I'm poor. Excuse me? You had nothing. Nothing. You're leaving stuff lying all around the place. Could you haul some fuel? So, yeah, we had nothing. And we've come back to 74k. So, while it is slow and incremental gains, the gains are there. We are getting there. We have food. We have this. We have that. We have product on the go. It does take an awful lot of time. And I think that's always been the issue with this, is that it really does take an awful lot of time. It is the very essence of the word grind. Not because it's repetitive, not because you have to. I mean, it is repetitive, but not because you have to keep repeat, but because everything takes so darn long in terms of the time it takes people to do things. I mean, it's not even remotely realistic, right? So Krista walked outside, picked up a can of fuel, walked inside, put it down, and has stopped for a little think and come back out again, and it's taken her 3 hours. It's taken her 3 hours. Oh, I tell you, there you go. There's the fireworks. End of another year. We're into year 7. We're into year 7. It's been tough. It's been a tough latter half of the year. It started off good. The latter half has been a significant challenge, but we've somehow weathered it. So I don't know if that's the kind of theme here with the moon or with Sol 2 or whatever, that it's going to be like that. I mean, we'll see. I could honestly do with a little bit of a break from the challenges, so that we could move on. And I mean, we've finished construction of this. It's not up to spec. There's things that are broken, can never seem to get any time to repair them. But we have, you know, it's probably here is best if you have a look at it up here. We have clothes. You know, we have straw hats, synthetic helmets. We've got a couple of t-shirts. We've got some summer shoes. Well, that's it. Actually, we're going to need more. I thought we were better off than we were there. It's not a good example. We have weapons, ish, sort of. 2 laser rifles, 1 pulse rifle, 2. We have things to sell. If we can buy things, we got money to buy things. It's still, we don't even think about cooking food. Forget that. We do have food, a variety of food, so that's all right. We've got electronics, 4 electronics, 2 CPU cores. We're working on it. We've got fuel. We've got silica. We've got no ore. We've got energy crystals. We've got mushrooms. We've got some cloth, fabrics, and leather, but we're running down. We don't have any of that. We've got some stone. We've got some wood. We're out of sticks again. I can't get anyone to cut sticks. It's like the last thing on anyone's mind is cutting sticks. We're working on the hay, and we've worked our way through the scrap metal, through repairing and building and doing all the bits and pieces that we need to do for that. So there you go. So that's it. That's the end of another year. That's the end of year 7. I think I said, I'm going to go back and have a look, but I think I said that everyone got rescued in the last one by the end of year 8. So we're not even close to being set up yet. I mean, we're not even set up South Fork here. So we need to get the old ranch set up first before we can talk about making serious moolah. And we can't catch a break to set it up. So I can't even cut down wood. Can't even cut down trees. I haven't got the time. I haven't got the time to cut down the trees and build the defenses. Are you kidding me? Trying to keep this lot alive and in clothes and everything else. I mean, I'm perhaps trying to get too much of a margin of comfort. They're fine. So don't make clothes. Oh, you're not fine. You need a hat. So, you know, he's fine. They're fine. They don't need clothes. Is there any clothes on here? Where's the clothes? Clothes on here? No, they're not. Okay, well, that's fine. Power cells. Okay, what do we need power cells for? Do we need power cells for this thing? No. Do we need power cells for that thing? No. What do you need power cells for? Is it for it's for laser pike? Yes, that's right. I wanted people to have laser pikes because they're very good. Is the short answer. I wanted people to have laser pikes. So we need 2 power cells actually, and for the laser pike 10. So trying to get the power cells for that. You also need a power cell if you want laser pistol. And we don't have any armor expeditions out there. Clothes we talked about, we're all good. Research we're working on. Crafting, we need a few more bits and pieces, especially harvesting tools, but they're so expensive. 30 metal alloys just to make them. Yoink! So anyway, we've got things to do, but we've got elastic trickery, we've got a steady oh, no, this is broken. Have I got an electronics? I do. There's a vein. What's that whining noise? Something to do with something. Oh look, Zander, you're right there. No, I can't bother him in the middle of the celebration. I gotta give him a bit of a break. So we have moved on, but we have moved on slowly. I would really love to have at least constructed the outer timber wall of this thing by the end of next year. Could we do that? Do you think we could have built the plinths and constructed the outer timber wall? Because if we do, we might be able to, for example, the insect attacks will always come in through one gate as long as we're standing here. So we could, in essence, perhaps, a lot of them seem to come from over this side. We could perhaps, you know, move some of this stuff and put a flamethrower in the way. The problem with the flamethrowers is they roast the gates. They really do. They've got a wide spread. So I need to think about where I would put the flamethrower. It'd be better here. It'd be better than luring them in here and putting the flamethrower back here, and then making it so that it roasts them at the gate, and then we could all stand on the plinths and shoot at them or something. So anyway, that would be it, and that would be a start, and then we can work on the electronic stuff, because once we've decided to be in here, we've got to be in here, and we've got to make it work, right? Got to make it work. Oh, blimey. They did say it was hard, but oh my, hard. I can't believe there's a harder difficulty than this. A harder difficulty than this. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Right, well, I'm glad, or I hope, or if I'm not talking to myself, thank you for persevering with us through another year. It's certainly been a significant challenge this year, ups and downs, highs and lows, and I think that's it. It's about never being completely comfortable. It's about just getting through and keeping your head above water, it would seem. So that's where we're at. Do drop us a like, do subscribe. Remember to click the bell notification so you get notified when the next one of these things comes out. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now. PlayStation